You're listening to the Visionary Lifestyle Podcast, the show that's dedicated to raising consciousness and empowering you to activate your highest potential. I'm your host, Magda Freedom Rod. Greetings, Rainbow Warriors. I am coming to you today from Bali, Indonesia. Did you catch my Facebook Live today, guys? We're making kitchari here. You can find it on my Visionary Lifestyle and Podcast page, so go and check that out. Most of the essential ingredients for kitchari are not available here in Bali, as it turns out, so we had to make do with what we had, but man, oh man, did it turn out great anyway. So delicious and easy to make. I'm doing a 3-day kitchari cleanse right now, and a kitchari cleanse is where that's the only thing I'll eat for a few days, and that gives my digestion a rest so my body can do some cleansing. It's really the most delicious way to cleanse. Om yum. Check out my Facebook Live and my Visionary Lifestyle Guide Instagram story for more on that. Great timing for that one too, since today's topic is all about the Ayurvedic cleanse known as Panchakarma, and kitchari is the food of choice during that journey of self-love. Today's interview is with Dr. Maurya, my personal Ayurvedacharya in India. This is Dr. Maurya's second time on the show, so if you're new to Ayurveda or didn't hear his first episode on the show last year, make sure to go back and listen to that to get a basic understanding of what Ayurveda is. Check the show notes for a link to that show. So Dr. Maurya is an Ayurveda doctor, also known as an Ayurvedacharya. He's a specialist in detox and rejuvenation, also known as Panchakarma, and has degrees in holistic health, yoga, and naturopathy. In 2005, he established an Ayurveda Panchakarma center at the Paramahansa Ashram in Rishikesh, India. There, he's managing and providing all Ayurvedic treatments, naturopathy treatments, and consultations. He travels extensively, delivering lectures on Ayurveda and leads trainings in Ayurveda, naturopathy, and Panchakarma at his center in Rishikesh. So check it out, guys. This interview was done just after I completed my last 8 days of Panchakarma with him in Rishikesh last spring. I've made a commitment to myself to make this an annual event on my birthday as a way to honor my body temple. Next spring, I'll be bringing a group with me to Rishikesh to experience this with me. We'll do 10 days of Panchakarma, practice yoga and meditation, eat healing food, visit spiritual masters for spiritual talks known as satsangs, and soak in the ancient magic that is India. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. If this calls you, shoot me an email right away and let me know so I can hold a spot for you. It will be a very intimate group, so don't delay. My email is guide@visionary-lifestyle.com. Okay, so now without further ado, let's get on with this show. Find the show notes as usual on my website at visionary-lifestyle.com/podcast. Enjoy and namaste. Dr. Maurya, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So nice to have you on the show for the second time. This is our follow-up to the one we did when I was here in Rishikesh last year.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. So I've just completed a week of Panchakarma with you, actually 8 days, I'm happy to say. I feel amazing. And I would love to bring this experience to my listeners to help them understand what Panchakarma is. So let's start there. What is Panchakarma?
Panchakarma is a branch of Ayurveda where it focus how to be healthy. The first goal of Panchakarma not to be sick. So how to maintain your health. So there is the preventative way. You have not to be sick in the future. So we have to clean the body. The cleansing. So Panchakarma based on the cleansing. All the toxins from the body.
So it's essentially a cleanse.
Basically a cleanse.
In Western terms. Right?
In the Western terms. It is called Sansodhana. Oh, good music around.
We have a storm that just kicked up right before we started the interview. Massive winds coming in, and now we have a marching band. What is this?
I think there is some festival going on. And today is the 8th day of the Navaratri. Kind of goddess Durga Puja. And it is the 8th day, so today is last day, I think. So they are celebrating this festival with the music. So maybe these people are moving one place to another place
Okay.
and celebrating.
Beautiful. This is India. We're bringing India to you, my beautiful listeners, and that's the wind you hear in the background. That's very Vata weather because Vata is the air element, right, in Ayurveda.
Yes.
So
Panchakarma is preventative to detox the body, so not to have the sickness. First way. So people can have at least once in a year to clean the body, so clean the bad garbage from the body. We have a lot of garbage in the daily lifestyle, from the food, from the air, from the thoughts, from the behavior, from the mind. So our bodies should be cleaned every year on the regular way. And once the people having the problem, the disease, we have to, still has to clean the body, because the imbalances, the toxins can stay in our body in the form of high or low vata, or high or low pitta, or high or low kapha. So Panchakarma is basically balancing the vata dosha, pitta dosha and kapha dosha. So for the treatment, the therapeutic value is very high when somebody is sick. So in the both way we are doing for both purpose, for the preventative measure and also for the curative measure of the problems.
So it's okay if you're sick when you do Panchakarma. You don't have to come in quote unquote healthy. You can have some sort of dis-ease or imbalance.
Yes, yes. If you have some sort of disease, so it is recommended to clean your body and to clean the root cause of the problem.
Right. So we're not talking about putting on band-aids. We're talking about getting to the root cause.
Yes. So that is one of the most, you can say the most effective part. The most effective part is not to not to reoccur the problem. Once it has to give out, like eradication. Once you have
eradicate it.
Yeah, once it's clean out from the body, it should not grow again into the body.
Right. Ideally, if we get it at the root, it's not going to come back.
Yes. So cut the root cause of the problem, and then not to happen again.
Right.
And in the disease cases.
Okay. And how is that different than Ayurveda in general? Because I know in Ayurveda the idea is preventative, right? Well, Panchakarma is specifically the cleansing, right? Ayurveda in general is preventative, right? And Panchakarma can be both preventative and a treatment.
Ayurveda is also preventative in general. Ayurveda is also preventative and also curative. So we see in the daily life is like more preventative, but it is also curative. You know, the medical system in India, that is all one of the main medical system of India, to treat people even. So it is not just preventative, but it is also curative way.
Right.
The whole Ayurveda, not the Panchakarma only.
So the Panchakarma is more the cleansing aspect.
Yes,
Yeah.
Panchakarma is the more the cleansing aspect.
Okay, and if you're healthy, it's still a good idea to do it because it's preventative, right? It's like is it a cellular detox? Would you say it goes into the cells of the body?
Yes, of course, it is cellular detox. Because we have to go very deep up to the cellular level to prepare the body, and then toxin has to be ready to come out into the gut through the channels. So that's why we do the massages, oil massage, Shirodhara, and drinking of some oil or ghee. So lubricate the body. It means it lubricating the excess toxins in the body, and it has to be expelled out from the channels, minute channels, from the cell, and it comes into the big, you can say the srotas, the channels like intestine. Once it is ready to come out, then we have to give the main drink, maybe purg, or maybe laxative, or maybe the enema therapy to come out, expel out the toxins from the body.
Okay.
in that way.
So all the treatments in Panchakarma, is this correct, that all the treatments in Panchakarma are geared towards that, detoxing the toxins from the cells through the channels into the gut, and then detoxing the gut, releasing the gut either through purgation, so either a vomiting therapy or through the other end, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. And it's customized, right? To some degree, the treatment is customized depending on your dosha. Is that right? Like you use different medicines or different treatments depending on the dosha?
Yes. So Panchakarma is customized more or less for if person is Vata dominating. So we treat more Vata. And for Vata there is a treatment called Basti Chikitsa, the therapy with the enema, therapeutic enema. So then we can more focus on that part. Or if person have the Vata problems, we can focus on the more Basti part, along with the Abhyangam and Swedanam, steam, and Shirodhara, and maybe oil bath called Sarvangadhara, or milk and rice massage, this kind of things. But the main treatment for Vata is the Basti Chikitsa, Basti therapy, enema therapy. So it has to be clean below the navel part of the intestine. And Ayurveda, suppose in the Ayurvedic principles, the lower colon is the main seat of Vata.
Vata, right.
So we need to treat the main, the vessel of Vata.
Which
So
is the
Vata,
colon,
which
right?
is the colon.
Yeah.
And then if we clean it, and the colon therapy works not only the cleaning of the colon, but it is working on the whole system, like a generalized system.
Right.
Because the medicine has to go through the colon into the body,
Right.
spread out into the body through the channels, and then toxins are catching out from the body.
Right.
So it is looks like a very local treatment for colon, for Vata, but it is effective for all Vata problems, like mental problems or depression, headache, or
Insomnia.
all the mental things,
Anxiety,
and also neurological things, and joints and arthritis and skin problems. So it is very effective in Vata in that way. And person who is more dominating with the Pitta or Pitta problems, we can more focus on the Virechana karma. Virechana is like kind of purgation therapy. So we need to prepare the body, prepare the toxins to move into the channels, into the guts, and then we have to give the medicine, and that medicine has to supposed to spread in the body and catch the toxins and flush down everything. So we can focus for the Pitta problem in the Virechana. We can focus on the vomiting therapy, the Vaman karma, if there is a Kapha problems. So it is the upper, cleaning from the upper.
Yeah, the kapha
Upper
is the upper
therapy.
part of the body. Is that lungs?
Yeah, lung and chest
and chest
yeah.
and head even, right?
Yes. So we need to give that medicine to drink, and then it makes the vomiting. So kapha balancing in that way. So we can focus according to the Vata Pitta Kapha Prakriti, and also according to their problems.
The imbalance.
Imbalance.
Right? Okay. And the channels that you're referring to, when you say that they go from the cells through the channels into the gut, the channels we're referring to, are those nadis, or is that something else?
Yeah, channel is like all nadis, you can say in the general language is nadis, and according to Ayurveda it is kind of channels, you can say the minute channels. It is 18, I think it is 18 kind of channel in our body according to the Ayurveda, 15 or 18, I do not remember.
Okay.
So these channels helps to clean the body. It should be open. Also channels should be open. So in order to keep our body healthy. So in that way in Panchakarma, reopen the channels and it cleansing way in the Panchakarma also.
Yeah, okay. And where did the elements come into this? You know, wood, fire, earth, air. Are those integrated somehow in? How do they relate to Panchakarma? Because the elements are all part of Ayurveda, right? Ayurveda works with all the elements. So how does that correspond in Panchakarma?
Elements, it is also the part of Ayurveda. One of the basic principles is called Pancha Mahabhuta, the 5 great elements, that is called space, air, fire, water and earth. That is, in Hindi it is called Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal and Prithvi. So these are the 5 elements. Basically the 3 dosha, which is Vata, Pitta and Kapha, are manifested by the union of the Mahabhuta, the 5 elements. For example, Vata is manifested by the Akash and Vayu, that is space and air. Pitta is manifested by the Agni and Jal, that is fire and water. And Kapha is manifested by the Jal and Prithvi, that is water and earth.
Water and earth, the Kapha.
Yeah. So there is a, in the for manifestation, these 2 elements manifested the Vata, and the 2 manifested the Pitta, and 2 manifested the Kapha. So that is a direct relationship between Pancha Mahabhuta, the 5 element, and also the 3 dosha.
Okay, so of course, because Panchakarma is part of Ayurveda, it corresponds to the elements as well.
Yes.
Also, in Panchakarma, we're using plants and food as part of the treatment as well, right?
Yes.
So, what do you prescribe in terms of plants and food for the treatment during Panchakarma?
During the Panchakarma. So during the Panchakarma, food is secondary thing. We are not focusing on the nutrition during Panchakarma. So during Panchakarma, the diet or the food should be very simple. That should be warm and cooked.
No matter what your dosha.
There is not measure too much about your dosa. That the food should be very soft and cooked and gentle and easy to digest. It should not be very cold or should not be very raw food. It just should be warm. So during the Panchakarma, you can drink warm water all the time. You can have the soup like a moong dal soup. You can have a kitchari. Kitchari is made up of the rice and moong dal and some turmeric and salt and the water. Combination of these things, and it is very easy to digest. So kitchari is the best food during Panchakarma because it is very light, easy to digest and warm.
And delicious.
Delicious. You might have some green cooked vegetable, not the raw vegetable. We don't prescribe anything raw during Panchakarma. So the food should be warm, cooked and light to digest.
Okay. And lots of warm ginger tea.
Yes, warm ginger tea is very good to digest
Ginger is
the
helping
food
the
well.
digestion, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And lots of rest and sleep,
Lot of rest and sleep.
right?
Yes.
So this is not run your errands, after your Panchakarma treatment. It's not run
During
around.
Panchakarma, you should take lot of rest because Panchakarma is not just the physical treatments. Panchakarma even is more mental, psychological and spiritual treatments.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about that aspect.
So while we are doing the Panchakarma, body needs to relax, mind needs to relax. Mind is controlling the body. So mind has to be relaxed. If you are very busy during Panchakarma, you have to go this here and there and run for that and this, which is no good. Because your mind is engaged by doing external things. Your mind should be busy, not busy. Your mind should not be busy too much. Your mind should be relaxing and not thinking too much. So doing anything too much, reading too much, walking too much, talking too much, doing too much, It's no good during Panchakarma.
Yeah. So it's nice that people approach it as like a spiritual retreat almost, right? To just be alone and be quiet and introspective and still.
Yes. So during Panchakarma,
Mm-hmm.
we have to take a lot of rest.
Mm-hmm.
So that is more effective. So because your body is healing, body is healing, process of the healing is there.
Mm-hmm.
So mind also has to relax and help to healing process.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to understand why there's such a big emotional component to it, because I do think of it as eliminating toxins not only from the body but from the mind as well, right? And I can speak from personal experience now. I've just done my second one with you, and on day 6 I definitely felt a big like emotional release. I felt very emotional on day 6, you know, after was that the day I think that was the day I did the purge. It was purge day. Yeah, and there was a lot of emotions going on there. So why does that happen? Very intense process. I mean, and I felt so good the day after, but the day of was pretty intense.
Yes, so it is the Panchakarma seems to be, you know, the physical, but it is also the cleaning of the mind and also the healing therapy. So emotions it comes out during Panchakarma. So people can have more crying or become sometimes, you know, sad, and so it comes out from during the Panchakarma.
Yeah, so it's part of the, I mean, it just happens naturally,
It happened
automatically?
naturally.
Yeah, part of the process, huh? Because the toxins are coming out and it's emotionally as well. Wow. Yeah, and I can't believe how good I felt the day after the purge. You know, purge day is intense, but the day after I was like, kept saying, I feel like I could climb Mount Everest. Like I had so much energy and I feel so clean and so light and such a good effect, you know, at the end of this time. I did only 8 days. You know, last year I did 21 days, and I guess I came back and I was a lot cleaner this year than I was last year, wasn't I? I didn't need to go so long. Yeah. So it's good to do once a year regardless, right?
Yes,
because we're absorbing toxins through the environment that we're in, through eating non-organic food, toxic thoughts, all of these things that happen throughout the course of our daily human existence on planet Earth, right? Yeah, I find it to be so effective, and I'd really love to encourage, you know, everybody listening to take a look at this therapy and to come and do it in India, to do it authentically, because I know it's offered in the West, but I think you can maybe do 3 days of Panchakarma in Los Angeles for what you can get for a whole month or 3 weeks here, you know?
Really?
Yeah, really. So you might as well buy the ticket and come have the authentic experience and be in India. Thank you for that. One more question related, but not related to Panchakarma, but related to Ayurveda and yoga is marma. As you know, I've been becoming more and more interested in marma points and marma therapy, and I had my first marma massage here the other day, which was very enlightening. Now I know where the points are and which ones I like having touched and which ones I don't like having touched. And there's quite a variety. What are the marma points?
Basically, marma point is described by the Rishi Maharishi Susrut, and he described 107 marma point, and these marma points are very vital part of the body, and the vital and very sensitive part of the body. Yeah. And this Susrut described about marma point because he was a surgeon. And he know the body parts very well. So he described not to cut these body parts during the surgery. So we should take care of these parts and not to hurt or not to cut during the surgery. If it is hurted by something or cut by the operation during the operation, this can cause the pain or disability or even death. Wow. So this marma point is described by the Susrut, not to cut, not to harm them in any way during the surgery and other measure. But you are talking about marma massage. Marma massage, these points are now researched are going on, and then it becomes like a points of energy, and there is some kind of concentrated energy, these points. So when we do the marma massage, then we can press these points, not very hard, gently, in order to improve the energy of the body. So when we do the marma massage with oil, it is very soothing, and when we press these points gently, it is energizing the body.
Energizing the body.
Energizing the body, and it give you more balance, because these points are also a points the flowing energy. So if we press, we will release the points and release the blockages, so we will feel good. If the point is blocked, maybe feel pain or not feel good, but if it is the point is clean and clear and energized, we feel very good. So in marma massage we use these marma points.
So it's connected to the energy body? Is that accurate?
It is connected to energy body.
So pranayama kosha we're talking about.
Pranayama kosha, I can't say the pranayama kosha, but it is related with the energy points, and actually these energy points are discovered by the Chinese scientists, and they created the Chinese acupuncture, the whole science of China traditional medicine. So they connected this all those marma points with the internal part of the body, like organs.
In Chinese medicine.
In Chinese medicine. So they use the acupuncture to reopen these channels, the pathway which is connected to each organs, and then when they just open, the problem gone.
Right. So are marma points the same as acupuncture points?
Marma point is same as acupuncture points. You can see the acupuncture points are same like marma points.
Okay. Because marma came first, right?
Marma came first.
Because
Marma is the
Ayurveda-
mother of the acupuncture and acupressure.
So Chinese medicine, acupuncture specifically in this conversation, is based on marma.
Yes.
So the marma points, the acupuncture points are the marma points. It's one and the same, actually, what we're calling them different names.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the meridians in Chinese Chinese medicine, is that the same as the nadis?
Yes. Yes.
The nadis and the meridians are the same. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, Ayurveda and Chinese medicine have a lot in common.
Very common. Like
Unfortunately, Western medicine, very different. How did Western medicine get so far off? It seems like Eastern medicine, Chinese medicine, and Ayurveda have a lot, deal a lot more with nature, right? Whereas,
you can say the Ayurvedic system of medicine or Ayurvedic living is the mother science of all medical system. Not only the Chinese, but also the Western medicine.
yeah,
So the molecule in Western medicine we use it basically from the plants, and when we grow it in the laboratory in the chemical way, that becomes Western medicine.
we make a
The
synthetic
basic,
version
yes,
of the natural
yes,
version.
yes. The molecule is basically this molecule come from the plants.
Yeah, inspired by, right? Inspired by nature.
Yes.
But then patentable once we make it as a synthetic version in the lab,
Yes,
and then we
yes.
have big
That is the
pharma.
Western medicine.
Yeah. I get it. Okay. Yeah, because you can't patent the plant, right? These medicines, these Ayurvedic medicines, can you patent these or not? Can you? Maybe you're not even familiar with the whole patent
I'm not very
system.
familiar with
Yeah.
this patent system.
Yeah, it's not even part of your world, really. How beautiful is that? You really
Because-
work with the earth and the natural, the plants and the medicine is from the earth directly.
Directly from the earth as a whole root as a medicine, as a whole food as a medicine. Not taking out just component and
Right.
used in the concentrated form.
Right,
That is not, not very good way.
right. Not isolating
yes.
one particular
So
part
we
of
have
it.
to use like a whole fiber, like a integral rice, integral grain,
Right.
integral cereals is healthier for the body. Same like in Ayurveda, the
Yeah.
integral root is healthier, integral bark is healthier.
Right.
So it is good for the system of the body.
Right.
If we take the concentrated form, it may give the very harmful effect on the digestive system directly. Like antibiotic, if you take directly, it kills all the flora.
Right.
But if you take the turmeric or tulsi or neem, it promotes the flora and also good work like a antibiotic or antibacterial effect on the body.
Right, creating your own medicine in your own body through the plants.
Yes, for
Using
sure.
the plants as medicine to have your body heal itself in that way, right? That's fascinating. I never knew that turmeric was increasing healthy flora. That's big.
It does not kill the flora.
Yeah, but it's actually helping
Helps to.
propagate the healthy flora.
Yes, yes.
And neem and tulsi as well. So everybody's drinking tulsi tea, right? And this is
I mean, it is not specific for to increase the flora, but it is not having any side effect, or it is not, obstructing the growth of the flora.
Yeah, it's not hurting. Yeah, but it's not specifically made for. So, okay,
Yeah.
that's not our probiotic necessarily of choice. Are there certain things that are probiotics, or do probiotics play a role in Ayurveda at all? I mean, in the West, probiotics are all the rage. Everybody's taking probiotics and eating fermented food, probiotic food to help, create more healthy flora in the gut. Is there an Ayurvedic?
Yes, Ayurveda has a great system on the digestive tantra, digestive system. It is like a great philosophy, and have like a 50% focus. When we are treating any person, we have the 50% focus about the digestive system. So of course there is a focusing on also the flora. In Ayurveda we should drink some lassi.
Oh, lassi.
Lassi has the probiotic, like lacto-acid
Oh,
bacillus.
so this is fermented dairy, right? Lassi. Okay.
And we can use yogurt or fermented, you can say the lassi, that's yogurt, takra, that is called takra. Half water and half yogurt, diluted yogurt, and it is very healthy for digestion. And it has the probiotic, and it promotes the probiotic in the body.
Okay.
It is very good if you drink every day, especially in the lunch time, or you can have in the morning if there is no vata problem. And it is very good to improve the flora into the gut. So
Well, what about those of us in the West? I mean, I know in India, a lot of the cows are very well treated, right? So there's a lot of dairy and Ayurveda in India. But in the West, I'm more on the vegan, not to put anybody in a box, especially myself, but more on the vegan spectrum, because I'm very aware of the tremendous suffering that is inherent in the dairy industry. So I choose not to participate in consuming dairy for that reason. Understanding it could have some medicinal benefits for the body, I would like to find other sources. Is there any other way for us to help our gut flora? Is it the tulsi tea, tulsi turmeric tea?
other way I don't know actually.
Yeah, so
With
you really
turmeric.
rely on the dairy, the fermented dairy, for the probiotic or the healthy flora proliferation in Ayurveda. Yeah. That's one thing I'm working through as a yogi, and understanding, the difference between vegan and vegetarianism in India, because I'm very obviously drawn to the Indian culture and to Ayurveda and yoga, and trying to make that reconcile, the consumption of dairy in Ayurveda. For me personally, it's something that, as you know, I drank a glass of milk here as part of my purge, and I said, oh my God, this is like the second glass of milk I've had in 10 years, and the first one was last year here with you. So, but knowing that milk came from an organic cow right here in the Himalayas, just close by, who's with its baby in the field, essentially, that. And for you to sit here and pray over it and bless it, that feels to me very medicinal. This is ahimsa. This is really coming from an ahimsa approach, right? The cows are not being harmed. It's medicinal for my body. Everything about that works. But in the West, we don't have that luxury so much. So we're going to have to find another way to keep our digestion healthy. Aren't there herbs and things that are also helpful for the digestion? I mean, in general, there are, right?
Yeah, there is many herbs to keep help for digestion, like ginger. So ginger is also very good for the digestion.
What do you think about the fermented foods like sauerkraut? That's like a big thing, and we have, everybody's drinking kombucha in the West and eating sauerkraut to get their probiotics. Is that something you're familiar with at all?
I'm not very familiar with this, but if it is the probiotic, I think we should have some probiotic to improve the quality and different type of flora in the body.
Yeah.
So that which is very good.
Yeah, to propagate. Maybe that's our vegan alternative. Is I go more for sauerkraut than I think kombucha. People are over consuming. I think people are having too much of that. But that's another show. So I know you have clients waiting, and thank you so much for the second interview. I'm very happy to put this out in addition to the first, and just for the listeners to understand a lot of the things that we referenced here in terms of the doshas and whatnot, you can refer to our first interview with Dr. Maurya to get more insight and understanding, clarity around those things. So thank you again so much. Thank you for cleaning my body. Thank you for being such a wonderful support, and just it's been really a pleasure working with you again, and thank you again for your time today.
Thank you very much.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks so much for answering the call to be here today. I'm so glad you're part of our tribe of activated rainbow warriors. If you found the show in any way empowering or inspiring, I would be so grateful if you would share the show on social media or with friends and family that you think would benefit from these conversations. And also, rate and review the show in iTunes. This is really the very best way to help support the show and help us get noticed by others who are looking for the sort of content that we're sharing. Now notice there are no outside ads playing here. That's because the show is supported by you, the listener. You can become a patron of the show with a small monthly donation by checking out the perks on our Patreon page at patreon.com/visionary lifestyle and signing up there. There's also a one-time donation button on the podcast page of the website if that suits you better. And just so you know, your donations help to cover the necessary out-of-pocket monthly expenses to produce the show, and will also help us grow so we can inspire and educate even more people. And hey tribe, I'd love to hear from you. Visit me at visionary-lifestyle.com and please tell me your comments and questions. I really look forward to connecting with you. I love you. Namaste.